Hello again, it's Tasty Thursday. Today we're making a fun recipe called Clumpy Cookies. And this is a recipe that you can do some of it yourself, but some of it you're going to need your adult assistant to help with because we do need to melt a few things together on the stove. So we're going to go over our ingredients list and then we'll get started. So first we have plain white sugar, we have some cocoa, vanilla, we have butter, and then peanut butter. That's optional. We're going to use it, but if you don't like peanut butter, you don't have to use that. And then some quick oats, just plain oatmeal, and then some milk. So this is the part at the very beginning that your adult assistant is going to need to help you with because we need to melt some things together on the stove. So the very first thing we're going to do is put in our sugar. And again, I'm making half a batch, so I'm not going to say the ingredients amount that I'm putting in, but I will put that on the YouTube video. You should see that flash up on the screen. Okay, so we add our sugar first. And just dump it right in the bottom of your pan. Okay, and then our next ingredient is going to be our cocoa. So I've got my measuring cup here. And I'm going to measure out my cocoa and dump that in. Okay, then our butter is our next ingredient. Put that right in the pan. And then our very last ingredient that we need to mix on the stove is our milk. Okay, so once you have all the ingredients together, we're just going to stir for just a few minutes and let it get all mixed together. So I'm going to let this stir for just a minute and then we'll check back when it's mixed together and ready for the next step. Okay, so as you can see, our chocolate mixture is just about all mixed together. You just want to mix it for a couple minutes. It's been about 3 minutes that I've been mixing it and it's nice and smooth, so that's exactly what we're going for. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove off. Now this is the part where you can take over from your adult assistant. Okay, so what we're going to do is take our oats and we're going to measure those out and dump them into the bowl. You need just a large bowl for mixing. So I'm going to dump those in. And then we're going to dump in our vanilla. Actually, we're going to dump our vanilla into our chocolate mixture and stir that around just for a minute. Okay, there's that. We'll give it just a quick stir just so it mixes in. That smells really good. I wish you could smell it. Okay, and then our last ingredient we're going to add in is our peanut butter. And this is a step, if you don't like peanut butter, you don't have to add peanut butter to this recipe. But as many of you know, our taste tester loves peanut butter. In fact, he usually has a scoop of peanut butter before he goes to bed every night. And I know some of you do that too. Okay, so we're going to mix our peanut butter, and we're going to put our peanut butter in with our chocolate mixture too and kind of melt that together. So what we're going to do after we have melted all this together, we're going to pour it into this bowl over our oatmeal. And these clumpy cookies, sometimes people call them no-bake cookies. That's because you don't have to bake them in the oven. You just stir them up, and then we're going to actually put them in the refrigerator for a while. Have you ever had refrigerated cookies? Well, you're going to if you make this recipe. Okay, so we're just stirring around here. You can see the peanut butter is mixing up. Mixing right into the chocolate. That gives it a nice extra flavor and helps to thicken it up just a little bit. Now I use crunchy peanut butter. If you don't like crunch, then you could just use plain peanut butter too. That would be just as tasty. Okay, so just a little bit more. It's so close to being ready. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just take our bowl that's got our oats in it, and we're going to just dump this chocolate and peanut butter mixture right over the top. There it goes into the bowl. Okay. And now we're just going to stir and mix it up. You can see how it's all mixing together. It smells really good. All right. Get the very last bits of oatmeal out of the bottom of the bowl, and then we are going to be set. So this would be a good time if you're making this with your brother or sister or a friend. One of you can be stirring, and the other one should be taking a baking tray like I've got here and taking a piece of wax paper and spreading that out on the tray, because we're going to drop our cookie dough mixture onto the wax paper, and then we're going to put the whole tray in the fridge. Okay, so you can either use two spoons or you could use a scoop. I'm going to use a scoop just because that's what I happen to have. So you just take one scoop, drop it in a glob right on the tray. All right. So I'm going to finish making my glob cookies, and then we'll be right back to put them in the fridge. Okay, we're on our very last clumpy cookie that needs to be put on the wax paper. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. Excellent. Okay, now I'm going to put these in the fridge, and we're going to let them chill for about 30 minutes. It might not need to go quite 30 minutes. You'll just check them, and you just want them to firm up a little bit, because right now they're running from all the chocolate. So once they firm up, which usually takes about 30 minutes, we're going to go ahead and take them out of the fridge, and we'll go get our taste tester and see what he thinks. But now that I'm finished with the cooking part, guess what time it is? It's cleanup time. So I'm getting all of my dirty ingredients. These 2 spoons I didn't even use, so I don't have to wash those. And I'm going to take all of my dirty dishes over to the sink, and I'm going to start washing them up. And then when we're ready for our taste testing, we can just enjoy the taste testing because we've already cleaned up.
Now, what starts with the letter C? Cookie starts with C. Let's think of other things that starts with C. Who cares about other things? C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. Oh, C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C